Hi Doc, I'll patch you in.
Yeah, there you go. Hello, good evening. How are you doing?
Hello, hi. Hi, Madhuri. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
So
This is going well.
we're, we're absolutely on time, huh?
Absolutely on time, but I don't know if other people are. We are
This
on
is like
time.
trainer, trainer and member have both reached the gym on time today.
Yeah. Except the gym has not opened yet. But yeah,
Gym is not open. I think we wait for
I
a
guess
few.
a few minutes for everyone to join in.
Yeah,
I
because
think
we
it's
have a
Friday
very.
night, 6 o'clock. What are
Ah,
they doing?
you can hear me properly?
Yeah, I can hear you properly.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely well. So I guess we just have to wait for a bit till everyone
Yeah.
joins in. Okay, so I guess some people have come in. I guess we'll just start and then I think people will just keep on coming in.
So let's
Uh,
begin.
yeah, so I guess before we start, I guess I want to introduce Dr. Ashish Jain to you. Guys, he is an orthopedic surgeon. He specializes in complex trauma and fracture cases and fixes them. That's how I can put it in layman words. I think he can do a better job at it. But the last time I saw him, and of course I know this that he's working as a consultant with Hinduja Hospital, and he is a fitness buff. He is a bodybuilder. If you go to his page, you will see how much of a buff doctor he is. And I was, let me tell you, this is my experience. The last time when I went to him, I had a stress fracture in my tibia, and I went to him to show what's it all about. As an athlete, I was so assured that okay, this guy will not ask me to stop my workout unless and until it's absolutely necessary. So it's actually a boon to have a doctor who's working out and who's so enthusiastic about fitness and bodybuilding also per se, that they understand okay what's going on with your body, how much is working out important for all of us. So yeah, that's something that I found last time was amazing, and I respect him a lot for that. With a doctor and a full-time job, he does a very good job at his fitness journey also. So
Thanks, Madhuri, for your kind words.
you're welcome. So I guess the reason why I invited Dr. Ashish to speak about intermittent fasting is because if you go on his page and if you see and if you follow him regularly, you would know that he follows intermittent fasting to the T. Every day is a 16-hour fast, and he'll break it with scrambled eggs, and his diet is completely on point. And I myself have been doing intermittent fasting from the past 2 years, but although it has not worked that great with me, we will come to those experiences later. But the reason I asked him to come aboard is because he is doing this with a full-time job, and I guess I want him to share his experiences and how did you come into intermittent fasting? How did you come to know about it, and how did you go about uh, this journey per se?
Okay. Uh, So thanks, Madhuri, for having me on this chat. This is one of my favorite topics presently, that is nutrition and
Yeah.
diet. So I latched on immediately the moment you gave me that carrot. And for my followers who are joining now, Madhuri herself is a certified nutritionist and a personal trainer. She is a powerlifting and a bikini model, and she is into fitness herself. So, what we'll be having today, guys, is more of a kind of a conversation because I'm
Yeah.
sure there are lots of things I can learn from Madhuri, and you guys can also pick up. And I will be giving you my experiences and possibly from a doctor's point of view, because there is a kind of a overlap in my case. Because every time I read about this nutrition and diet and the body systems, it sort of rings a bell somewhere, you know. Because I
Yeah.
have been taught this, and at that time we didn't bother much. It was just to pass the exam, and
Hmm.
now it's coming back to us, at least coming back to me. And now
Hmm.
my job is like, oh, okay, so this is what the muscle contracts like. Oh, this is what the diet is like. This is what fats
Yeah.
does. This is what carbohydrates does. You know. So let's. So I think that's going to be a very interactive session. So please hang on. and you can send in your questions as required.
Yeah, you
So
please
let's
put it down
yeah,
in that box below so that we
in
can
the
answer
yeah, in
them
the question
after at the
box.
end of the at
Yes.
the end of this.
Okay. So I think coming to what you asked me, Madhuri. So as far as I'm concerned, I was never into intermittent fasting ever. For me, fasting was an absolutely no-no.
Mm.
Because as we all know, you're also an athlete, and most people are gymming and into bodybuilding of any sort. You look in the mirror and you always feel you're too fat and chubby, and
Yeah,
you have
you're
too less
bloated.
muscle. And
Yeah,
you're too less muscle. You can grow
yeah,
bigger,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
have a
Of
little
course.
more muscle, and you can lose some fat. And this is for across the board.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a spectrum.
Never-ending
So
journey.
ever. So the guy you idolize also wants to lose a little more fat and wants to
Correct.
grow more muscle.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's a never-ending struggle. So I was in that kind of a race. I want to pack muscle and protein, workout. No, I can't. My muscle loss, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So I used to wake up in the morning, have my protein shake, irrespective of what I'm going to do. Then 3 hours later, again, force myself to, literally feel hungry in a way to speak. And I used to
Hmm.
keep taking bodybuilders as my examples. Okay, these guys have to force feed themselves, and sometimes they
Yeah, they have
puke
to
when
wake
they're
up at 4
eating.
a.m. in the morning
Yeah,
to
yeah,
eat
yeah. They set
food and all that.
alarms.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Exactly. So
yeah.
I was in that kind of a zone. So now what happened is, now question is, how did I get into this?
Hmm.
Now here's where coronavirus comes in. So so there is a lockdown. Okay. Lockdown comes and the gyms get shut.
Yeah,
So suddenly you start feeling, at least I started feeling very guilty. It's like, okay, now what? Now am I justified in eating so much food, and where is it going to
correct.
go?
Because it's too
Right?
much. Yeah.
It's too much. It's like you're having these 5, 6 meals plus a day, and what
Hmm.
is it really going to give you some dividends, or is just going to be calories going into your body? So that
Correct.
was that was the that was the thing which came to my mind. So that is
Hmm.
what got me thinking and got me off my high horse of small frequent meals into intermittent fasting.
Right.
Right. So then for me initially, intermittent fasting was just about getting some discipline. So for many people out there who are just looking at knowing about intermittent fasting and just so go step by step. So for me, the
Hmm.
first step was disciplining myself that, okay, this is the number of hours I'm going to eat, this is the number of hours I'm not going to eat. So
Correct.
thankfully, with God's grace, I will not become fatter in the lockdown. Okay, I
Correct.
may not lose weight, but I will not become fatter. I will
Yeah.
manage.
Yeah.
That was my first goal. So then,
Yeah.
as I started doing more and more of intermittent fasting and looking into the details, I realized that there are too many other benefits.
Correct.
And then those questions which we'll be covering, I'm sure, in
Yes.
this chat today,
Comes. Yeah.
about the muscle loss and this and that. And so just to get, so I have been doing a lot of thinking as a doctor. So just to go to sort of wind back millions of years ago. So number one is that let us talk about the three basic macros in our body, right? So we have
Right.
the carbs,
Yes.
we have the
Fats and
proteins,
material.
and we
Yeah.
have the fats. So now this is
Correct.
basic info. So I think
Absolute basic.
our followers should be very comfortable with where we're going.
Yeah.
Okay. So carbohydrates is energy. Body prefers carbohydrates for energy. Proteins are the building blocks. That is going to be used for your, and when you say proteins, friends, it is not just muscle.
Hmm.
Okay. So that's another
Yeah.
thing.
Skin,
Protein
hair,
has,
everything.
yes, there's so many kinds
Yeah.
of protein. There's
Yeah.
structural
Yeah.
protein, there's contractile protein, there's
Correct.
transport protein, there's hormones, there's
Correct.
enzymes, there's every cell of yours has protein. So your
I
body
think the
structure, when
only thing that a person identifies with protein is probably protein shake and
yes,
big bodybuilders.
that's
This
right,
is
that's
something
right.
that's wrong.
That's what. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
So people talk about protein and they talk about muscles. It's
Yeah.
not that simple. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the third thing, which is the main crux of the topic today, is fats. So what are fats? So fats are storage form of energy. Okay, so if you remember these three
Right.
basic sentences, you are sorted from your basic science. So
Right.
remember, friends, fats is a stored form of energy. So now brings me to the question, like when I was fat. So I have been huge from my school days. So I used to always feel very conscious of myself, and I should literally feel that technically, why am I fat? Why am I like this? Why am I obese? And why is it that this obesity thing is only in humans, technically, if you go to speak? You'll never see
Yeah.
a fat dog. You'll
Yeah.
never see
Or
a
fat
fat
giraffe.
cat. Yeah, you'll never see a fat giraffe or a fat zebra or
Yeah.
anything, or a fat lion for that matter.
No.
So
Yeah.
why are you, so why, so that gets you thinking. Okay, so then it comes down to the concept that if the humans have a storage form of energy, there has to be some logic to
Way
that,
to
right?
use. Yeah.
Where to use it?
Hmm.
Where are you going to use that energy if you're
Correct.
storing it? So,
Correct.
friends, the bottom line of what I'm trying to tell you is the human body is such a fantastic machine, and it is so intelligent that whatever misconceptions we have and fears we have and myths we have about fasting are not confounded at all or
Correct.
unconfounded. So what happens is that the fat is our storage form of energy, and that's what all animals use in times when energy coming into your body is less, and that is times of starvation or
Yes.
fasting.
Yes.
So, like
Yes.
all animals. So, I'll give you. So now coming to the next part. Okay. So that was as far as the logic. Okay, we have nature has given us a storage form of energy. We need to use it. Now, what is obesity? When this fat becomes abnormal,
Too much.
so too much. So there's too much accumulation of fat. That's when you goes to obesity, and that's when you start taking action. But
Hmm.
still, the idea is that you want to lose that fat,
Hmm.
and weight loss is not enough. Most of us confuse weight loss with
Fat
fat loss. So
loss.
we are, yes, so we are looking at fat
Fat
loss.
losses. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are all aware of this, the basic concept which has been taught to us from childhood, that you are eating too much and you're moving too less.
Hmm.
So that is the reason you're fat. So that was the basic energy in, energy out
Correct.
rule, yes, which was taught to us. So what is the way of losing fat? Either you eat less or starve yourself,
Hmm.
or you exercise more.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm giving this whole concept is because that is what even I was talking about for so many years. It's all about calories in, calories out, energy in,
Correct.
energy out, exercise
Correct.
more, do cardio, run, go for runs, and
Correct.
that kind of stuff. And then you suddenly find that it's not working. And many of you have done these kind of yo-yo diets. You do your
Yeah.
kind of
Absolute
you
extreme diets, I
extremes,
guess.
extremes,
Yeah.
and
Extreme.
and that will bring us to the next topic, what is known as the calorie restriction and fasting. That's a very
Correct.
important concept.
Hmm.
So that is what we all do. At some point, you would logically say, okay, if I want to utilize these fat stores, let me not eat food. Let me stop eating,
Hmm.
and that fat will be mobilized. But it is not that simple, friends.
Yeah, I
Because
think that's the first thing that comes to
yes,
everyone's mind.
I
That
think so.
I should stop eating food and I should just go for a run. This is the first thing
Exactly.
that comes to anyone's mind, intuitively before thinking that okay, I can probably work something out with my
Yes,
calorie, probably
yes,
create a
yes, yes.
deficit or something. No, they just go on to eating either one meal or two meals a day, and then they will stop the carbohydrates completely.
Yes.
These things do
Yes,
happen.
yes, yes. So let's go to the first important point here, and that is what is the difference between what is so different about intermittent fasting? Let's put it that way, or what is known as time restricted feeding. Let's put it
Correct.
so many times if you don't want to say the word fasting, it may sound too harsh to
Correct.
somebody. You talk
Uh-huh.
about time restricted eating, fine,
Hmm.
feeding. So the difference is that when you are restricting calories, you are depriving your body of not nutrients,
Nutrients.
I would say, but basically food.
Hmm.
You are always hungry,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
but those number of meals you're having are not satiating you, so you end
Correct.
up hungry. And as long as your willpower, which frankly is something which many of us cannot use very well, moment that willpower goes and you get back to the eating, and the diet goes up out of sheer frustration because this plan has not worked for you.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And the reason for it not working, which we all know, and Madhuri, we know this well, is that the body compensates.
Correct.
The body goes into, I would not say a starvation mode, but it goes
But it's a
into, it slows
catabolic
down.
effect.
Yes,
It
it
goes into
starts
a
slowing
catabolic
down.
effect. Correct.
Exactly. So the body starts slowing down. So what do you mean by slowing down? Your metabolic rate goes down, your body
Correct.
temperature drops, you start feeling cold, you start feeling tired, you start feeling weak, your
Correct.
cognitive function is lost. Those kind of things
Absolutely.
happen. Okay, so that is what we have all gone through, and
Hmm.
that is what the so-called most of the diets believe in this so-called calorie deficit.
Deficit.
Okay,
Correct.
so
Hmm.
now when you look at intermittent fasting, how is it different? So how is intermittent fasting different from this kind of a restricted eating or restricted calorie diet? So the basic difference is that when you fast, you are fasting rigidly for how
Hmm.
many hours you decide. We'll come to that later.
Yeah.
And when you eat till you're satiated.
Correct.
So that is the gross difference between a calorie restricted diet of, let's say, less than 2000 or 1500 calories versus intermittent fasting. But now, before I go any further, Madhuri, I would like to clarify one thing is that
Yeah.
there are many people who get into intermittent fasting just so that they can binge.
So
You know?
yeah, exactly what I was gonna tell you, because you just said eat till you satiated. I don't think that's the
Yes,
right word to
that's
say
not,
to the
that's
people
what,
over here.
exactly.
You
No, no,
and I can, you and I
yes,
know
I'm
that
coming. I'm going to clarify about satiation. So that is a different
yeah.
section of this talk, of this chat. But
Satiety for many people
yes,
is so
so
different,
when we talk
because
about binging,
I have seen people who have taken diets like actually firstly the only difference that I want to say is that when you go into a diet, it's a diet. When you go into an intermittent fasting, it's a lifestyle, it's an eating
yes,
pattern. It's
true.
not a diet. There is no
It's not a diet.
do's and don'ts. But definite, there is one thing that is a big no, or a definite no, is that if you are doing intermittent fasting and you're not eating for 24 hours, does not give you the right to eat for 2 days,
Exactly.
for 2 days worth of food. So,
Yes.
I have heard this from my clients. It's a small experience that, okay, 24 hours to khaya nahi, to hum log ka 2500 calories, so I can definitely consume on the other day. But in fact, because of the fact, the mental thing that I didn't eat yesterday, they end up eating twice as much on the next day.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
that is one thing that's a misconception about intermittent fasting or this
Exactly.
pattern of eating.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
so at the outset, I would like to tell you that if you are one of those persons who believes that I will rigidly fast, but when I break my fast in those 6 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours, I will go
Yeah.
bonkers. Then this is not going to work for you.
No.
Yes, the only thing it will benefit you is it will give you an eating pattern, like Madhuri said. It will give you a
Yeah.
pattern at least, as
Yeah.
against something like you're just binging the whole day. So it gives you a pattern, and if you're happy with that, that's the first step. But then you have to keep progressing. So coming to the advantage of intermittent fasting is number one, it is very flexible. Okay.
Correct.
Number two, it is free. There's nothing. What you're supposed to do is it's
Correct.
so cheap. You're not supposed to eat, right? So
Correct.
that's so it's a simple thing. Stop
Right.
eating for so many hours, right?
Yeah.
And it is very convenient. So in today's times, when we are looking at time schedules and that, for example, today I'll give you a classical example. Today morning, I had an early surgery. So 8 o'clock. So I didn't have to get up and plan my meal. Okay, I have to have my protein shake, and I was
And
not
cook
eating.
six
Ah,
different
nothing,
meals.
nothing. Yeah, exactly. Even for people who are cooking
Correct.
their meals and prepping and all that stuff,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't, I don't need, you don't need to do that. So in
Yeah.
today's time, you just get up, get on the run, and we will come
Yeah.
to the energy part of it later.
Correct.
So it is very convenient. It is very easy and it is flexible. So even
Correct.
today, so I can decide what time I will have my last meal and what time I have my next meal. So it's not necessary that I keep the same window every day. I keep
Absolutely.
changing it. I keep changing it.
Correct.
Like for
It's up to
tomorrow, if
you.
I, yes, it's up to you. It's exactly up to you. So you decide your last meal and you can always say that from now on, I'm fasting till that time. Okay. So that's
Correct.
an important part.
Correct.
Now, coming to the common misconception which many of the people listening may have is that, okay, so if you're telling us calorie restriction is bad and okay, the body slows down, if I starve for 12 or 16 or 18 hours, won't
Hmm.
I feel weak and tired and
No.
won't I feel low? Is it not
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
same situation as restricted calories? And that is the
Yeah.
logical question to ask. Now, that brings me back to the point I said in the beginning. Our bodies are very intelligent machines,
Yeah.
very efficient, and they have been built to handle episodes of starvation, fasting,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that is it. So there are enough mechanisms in place which will keep you alert. Now, I'm going to give you a simple example. I'm going to digress from the topic, Madhuri.
Hmm.
Now, all of us watch Discovery and National
Yeah.
Geographic Channel, right?
Yeah. I
And you
was
see
gonna say
that.
that. I think I'm just gonna say that the lion. Are you
No, no,
gonna
forget
talk
that.
about a lion?
Not lion. I'm talking about a more pathetic animal.
Okay.
a, a cheetah. Okay, a
Okay.
cheetah bechara.
Yeah.
He's looking,
Yeah.
he's looking. Lions
Uh,
still hunt as a pack, as a
correct.
herd.
Correct.
Pride,
Correct.
pride.
Correct.
So they
Correct.
jump from here and then they catch their prey and they're done.
Correct.
Look at the cheetah. Cheetah has to hunt
Hmm.
alone.
Yes.
Okay, looking on the prairies, and he's hungry. Now he's
Hmm.
hungry, and what the only way he can catch the gazelle or the antelope or whatever he's supposed to catch is to run at 70 miles or 70 kilometers per
Correct.
hour, whatever his speed
Correct.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he runs. And then at some point, you find in that particular picturization, oh, the, the,
It's
the
gone.
antelope ran away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this guy is bichara panting and he goes back to the.
Yeah.
Again, he waits.
Uh,
Then again, he has to run. Okay, so you tend to feel sorry for this guy. So you think about
correct.
it. This animal is hungry. The only way he can get food is to run and hunt it down, kill it, and eat it.
Correct.
Okay. So it can't be that I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted, I'm not eaten. I just want to lie down. I want someone to give me food. No,
No,
it,
you can't
it doesn't
swing
work
it.
that way
You
in
can't swing
nature.
it. Yeah.
Nature doesn't work that way. Nobody's going to come and feed that bichara cheetah or
Yeah.
that lion. Ki beta, chalo,
Yeah.
acha, very tired, na 3 days you're not eaten. Chal, there, take
Chalo, I'll
one
give
day.
you something to eat.
Ha, find some dead animal somewhere. That's
Yeah.
a different thing.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is humans are no different. So our
Yeah.
bodies will not die. We will not. In fact, even I have started this realizing this that my energy levels when I'm fasting
Have improved.
have improved. They are at their
Absolutely.
peak. They're at their
Yes.
peak, and your sharpness, your mental
Brain
sharpness. In
activity.
fact,
Yes. Yes. You're not
yes,
fogged. You're not fogged at
exactly.
all.
So then you realize that in fact people who are sugar burners, as we call them,
Yes.
who rely on carbs after carbs after carbs, then you find that they will have a meal, the sugar drops, they get lethargic, and they have to have the next carb load.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now again,
Yes.
the same cycle repeats itself.
Yeah.
This will happen. All of us who have attended conferences and meetings will know. You have the buffet in the hotel or
When you feel
after the
sleepy.
lecture. Yeah, you're sleepy and now half the people are
Yeah.
knocked off in the postprandial session.
Yeah.
But so what is known as a business lunch? A business lunch is something very less, which is a kind of a complex meal, maybe a fruit or something like that, and it keeps you awake.
Up and
So
yeah.
yes, so friends, the point I'm trying to tell you is that you will not. Yes, you may take some time to adapt to it, but you do not be afraid that my energy will drop and how will I function, and it is the same as restricted calories. No, because your body is going to get its proper meal when the time comes, right?
Correct.
So this is what I started, Madhuri. I started just regulating my meals. So I was working out at home. I've been working out at home like everyone else for the last 5 months. So I
Correct.
realized that for my workouts at home, this kind of a pattern definitely worked. And slow and
And it
steadily,
restricts your calorie also, right? You're not
exactly.
moving
And that
as
is
much as you
that
used
is a
to earlier.
separate ball game.
Correct.
That is
Correct.
another point which
Yes.
is the finer analysis of the situation.
Of this person.
But yes, but now coming to it, the basic. So I would say let's go step by step. First would be get your discipline, get your
Yeah.
timings in order. Then
Yeah.
we sort of decide what
I
you
think
eat, how
even
many.
the mentality also is
The
a very
mentality.
important thing when
That's
it
right.
comes
That's
to
right. That's
timing.
right.
That if you're like I have had days when not when I'm starting, when I came into a consideration that okay, I should be doing intermittent fasting for a longer period of time, and 16 hours is the thing to do. That is when I also thought of it and kind of tried to get into my head that fine, you have to not eat for 16 hours because you do
Exactly.
get hunger pangs.
Yes. Yes.
It
Yes.
is also researched upon and understood that hunger pangs increase when you're
Yes.
fasting, and because your metabolic rate is going up, so you feel more hungrier. There are
Yes.
days where you feel so hungry that you're feeling too tired, then that is when you eat or break your fast before 16 hours. But on the
Yes.
other days, I think the mentality is very important. What you said was the willpower is very important, where you control it and you keep sticking to what you're doing till a point and then leave it.
Yeah. So just to add to what you said, the interesting point here is that when you talk about hunger, see there are 2 points I would like to highlight here. One
Right.
is what is satiety. Second is what is hunger.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what we were talking about that time.
Yeah. So satiety.
Yeah.
Satiety is when you eat and you get that feeling of fullness. Okay. So that is satiety. So that I'm full. I've had enough. And what is hunger? Hunger is in between your meals. The craving for food which you get is hunger. So let's not confuse these two.
Correct.
All right. So what is the way of satiating yourself, or in simple words, satisfaction? What is the word of satisfying your appetite?
Right.
Okay, that's called
Right.
satiety. So it has been shown that if there are 2 or 3 important points which have to be followed for satiety. Number one is lots of water. So somebody just asked, drinking water does help. So
Yes, it
N
does.
star,
Drinking
water
a
helps.
lot of
So
liquids.
water,
Yeah.
lots of liquids, especially water, clear water, not flavored, no cold drinks, no diet coke,
Nah,
water. Okay. Water helps. That's number one. Second is fiber. Fiber,
Yes.
fibrous foods,
Yes.
fibrous foods. So sometimes I just have isabgol if I'm not bothering me too much. I make it a routine. And what happens when you add fiber with water? It gives rise to bulk. So
Right.
moment your food
So
is
you're more fuller.
bulky, yes, you will feel full, and that's what gives you satiation, right? And the third thing and the last thing which gives you satiation is the type of nutrients in that food. So that kicks in later. So for me, if I sit and think, okay, like and without trying to bore our audience on stuff like those peptide YY and
Correct.
cholecystokinin and leptin and all that stuff,
I think,
you know,
yeah.
if we
Ghrelin, all that.
so yeah, so then the idea is that will kick in much later. So what is going to stop you from eating and make you get up from the table? Let's talk about that first. So
Correct.
that's where the important part is. Stick to natural food. So what foods have lots of water and lots of fiber? Natural foods, what is also known as unprocessed foods.
Correct.
So fortunately, and now another point which should be remembered is carbs are not bad. Carbs
Thank
are
you.
good.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
so that concept of carbs are bad, carbs, I'm minimizing carbs is all rubbish.
Yeah.
Carbs are essential. They are full of fiber. They're full of water. They're full of nutrients. They're full of vitamins, and they are
Yeah.
very essential to the body, as long as they are not refined or processed,
Or eaten
and
in
they
too
are
much
yes, and yeah,
quantity.
not eaten, and they're definitely not simple
Correct.
sugars.
Simple
That
in
is
nature.
an
Yeah.
absolutely no-no.
Yeah.
All right. So that is an important point to remember. So carbs are not bad. Now, if I just somebody asks me which carbs to have, which are the carbs which are allowed, I would say the real good carbs you can have. I would say as far as the Indian diet is concerned, all sabjis,
Yeah.
any sabji you want, you can have it. But it depends how you cook it. Don't fry it. Don't say that comes to the next part of it. How do you cook it? So ideally, the ideal carb is the one which I remember reading this, watching this talk somewhere. Is the ideal carb is the one which you can just peel and eat,
Correct.
or you can just basically cook it and eat it without any
Right.
processing
Like
happening.
steaming
So
or
what do I
boiling it. Right.
no yes, steaming or boiling, no frying, no marinating masala, nothing of that sort. And the ideal is peel it and eat it like a fruit or some
Someone
kind
has a
of a
question.
something like that
Can we have a lemon juice during?
with water.
So I
No, we'll come
think,
to we'll
yeah,
talk
we'll
about
come
we'll
to
talk
that
about the
later.
fasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about the fasting things later. We're just talking the
Yeah.
principles now. So we are now talking about the feeding part. We'll come to the fasting part later. So we'll talk
Right.
about the feeding window. Number one, unprocessed foods. Carbs are good. Okay. Proteins also are essential. And friends, remember, everybody talks about insulin spike.
Insulin sensitivity.
Insulin, yes. So insulin is what is known in medical terms as a nutrient sensor. It moment you eat, insulin goes up. The
Correct.
spike with carbs is massive. The
Yeah.
spike with proteins is less,
It's different.
and the spike with fats is negligible. That's the only difference. But insulin will be secreted because insulin is your anabolic hormone, and
Correct.
it is activated by food. So insulin is a different ball game, but we don't want a very big spike, and we want a not a very long spike as well when you're eating, right? So that's why
That's the
simple
thing,
foods.
right? Even
Yes,
what you're eating during your feeding time is the one thing that will tell you how your fasting time is also going to be.
exactly,
It's gonna dictate your fasting time also. If
Especially
you're
your
gonna
last meal.
eat,
Especially your last meal.
exactly, and how you keep yourself satiated during this eating
Yes,
period of 8 hours.
exactly,
What kind
exactly.
of nutrients you're putting in your body is going to dictate your fasting period. If you're going
So
to eat foods that, like you said, you have to eat foods with high bulk in it, high fiber in
yes,
it. The
yes.
foods that make you satiated, even fats for that matter. I'm sure you'll
Fats for
come
that
to
matter.
that
Yes,
later.
yes.
And protein, the things that your body needs to replenish itself of all the energy that is lost is
Yes,
what will help you to keep the other part of the fasting
yes.
period nice. Otherwise, you'll
So
be hungry, cranky, and everything else during the
yes,
fasting
true.
period.
No, but that what you said is very correct, Madhuri. But there's a second aspect to this. What you said is how will you survive the
During the
fasting
fast.
period?
Yeah.
That is one aspect only.
Yeah.
For hardcore people, it is how do I get the maximum bang
Benefits.
for my buck in that fasting period?
Correct.
Now that is where the science comes in. So if
Correct.
I know today that at this hour, these changes are going to happen in my body, why will I eat something which is so huge in the end of the day and waste that fasting phase, right? So
Absolutely.
that's the other way of looking at it. So sometimes you have to be smart. You have to tell yourself, okay, my willpower and my discipline and all that, my motivation is so much that I will manage my fast. But I want the maximum benefit. So in that case, eat judiciously in your last meal. Have
Right.
a good balance of carbs and protein and little fats. Now,
Correct.
so when you talk about fats, fats are supposed to be satiating macros. But the problem with fats is the satiation from fats comes later. And why does it
Correct.
come later? Because the
Yeah.
fat is metabolized, it
Takes
goes into
time.
your fat cells. And once the fat cells are full, then the signal goes to the brain that, okay, buddy, I don't need any more storage thing. So that gives you, so that really does not change your immediate satiety. I don't think so. It will reduce your hunger pangs later on, for sure. Okay. But what is the problem with fats? That brings us to some point which again may sound too much of science to most of us listening here. There's
Hmm.
something which you must understand what is known as calorie density.
Correct.
So what is calorie density? So if I have one bowl, so like N-Star is asking about peanut butter, one scoop or one teaspoon. So for example, that
Hmm.
one teaspoon of, I don't know about peanut butter, but 1 tablespoonful of olive oil, which is supposed to be one of the best fats.
Correct.
Olive oil, brilliant. Medium chain triglycerides, omega 3, omega 6, fantastic. Add it to your salad, add it to this. It has 140 calories. One spoon, 1 tablespoon, right? If you put 2 tablespoonfuls, it goes more. Does it satiate you at that time? No.
No.
You will not know where that olive oil went. But
Correct.
you have had, if you had two tablespoonfuls of olive oil, your dietary intake of calories has gone up by almost 300 calories. So that one
Absolutely.
salad which you had has jumped up, right? So when you add fats, add them judiciously. And if you're really looking for a fat loss plan, and which is something which I have now tried to change my diet. So when I started intermittent fasting, I was
Yeah.
laying those fats on. I was
Hmm.
having olive oil, I was having coconut oil, ghee on all my rotis, ghee in the dal, ghee on the sabji. I was having cheese, unprocessed. So I was not
Yeah.
becoming fatter, but I
No.
was not feeling the change.
Correct.
I was not feeling the change. I was feeling, yeah, okay, my weight is constant. Forget the weight. I don't weigh myself that often, but the dimensions are not going.
You.
I'm not feeling
Yeah.
great. So
Correct.
then I started tweaking it a bit. I said, okay, so let me have fats. I'm not saying don't have fats. The cooking, all my food is cooked in ghee,
Correct.
compulsorily. So yes, so Madhavi agrees, great. So the idea is to be judicious in the fats. I was in that phase where I has to add fats will burn
Right.
fats.
Right.
No,
Right.
my
Right.
friends, it is not that simple.
No.
Because
Yeah.
fats,
Especially
if you go
cheese,
into,
etc.
yeah, it is crazy.
I
The
have seen
fats are
people eating two cubes of cheese with their omelette in the morning, and then they are going to eat
exactly.
biryani at the end of the day anyway. So
That's
it
what.
does not make sense.
And the biggest disaster, according to me, the biggest disaster, according to me, is when you combine carbs with fats. So what
Ah.
happens is, now imagine a situation, whether you're fasting or not fasting or whatever you're doing, you are on a keto diet. Come on, let's talk about keto diet. You're on a keto diet, ketogenic diet in India, okay, where kahin na kahin that carbohydrate is going to creep in.
Will come.
Kahin se to aayega. It'll come. Whether
Huh.
you talk about paneer,
Yeah.
you talk about
Yeah.
this, you talk about soya,
Yeah.
the carbohydrate is going to be there. What is
Definitely.
your body going to preferentially burn? It is going to burn
Glycogen
the
carbs.
carbohydrate. So where will that extra fat go now? That 70% or 80% fats which you're eating, where will it go? That will go into
Storage.
your stores. Unless you're into that kind of physical activity and exercise, which are going to burn that
Which
little
everybody is
carbs.
not anymore.
No, it is not, and it's impossible. So I think
Yeah.
abroad, it is, be very careful. So I think most of us, including me, cannot cut off carbs from our diet. So fats
No.
has to be used judiciously. So that's the take-home
Hmm.
message, right?
Hmm.
So cheese burst pizza of Domino's. What will I do? Okay, not. I don't think that
So
is that is going to be.
I think I think that's one of the points which is what I like about intermittent fasting is it does not calorie restrict you. It does
Yes,
not
yes,
nutrient restrict you. So in any
yes,
other diets like keto or paleo, one of the major
yes,
nutrients or the macronutrients and uske saath saath the micronutrients that comes with it is gone. When in
yes,
intermittent fasting, if you're very careful of what you're eating, your carbs, proteins, fats, micronutrients, everything can go into that diet. It is
yes,
a
yes. So
balanced
most,
diet. It's
yes.
just
So
compressed into a smaller period
yes.
of time.
So most of the people who advocate intermittent fasting and talk about it will say there is no need to count calories and there
Correct.
is no need to measure your macros. That's what they say.
Mm.
But if you want to see, because why we always associate intermittent fasting with fat loss, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Okay, but
somehow.
but there are enough number of people doing this not for fat loss. They're doing it
Correct.
for the positive medical benefits of
Correct.
intermittent fasting, which we'll talk about in some time, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the idea is that there's so many benefits other than fat loss that if you even are otherwise normal weight, you are otherwise okay, you're active, and you just want to get the medical and the benefits to your body, or and the anti-aging and the anti-cancer and all that stuff,
Correct.
just
Correct.
do the intermittent fasting and you will find that you can eat. You can have your pizza, chalo. You can have your Domino's pizza, not the whole pizza. So for
वही ये
any
वही हो
cheat,
गया ना कि 24
no,
आवर्स
that's
में
what.
कुछ
So
खाया नहीं तो पिज्जा खा लो.
for any cheat, even if you're a bodybuilder, even if you see bodybuilders when they cheat, they will
It's a
cheat
refeed
not.
meal. It's not a
Yes,
cheat
it
meal
is not a
firstly.
cheat. It's not a cheat
Yeah.
day. It's a
No.
cheat meal, and you cheat. You eat the wrong stuff in the right amounts.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
important. So you will
Yeah.
have your burger, french fries, this, that, bus, finished. Not two burgers, not this, and I will have that also. You have to be ideally within your calorie window. But when you talk about
Right.
intermittent fasting, yes, that calorie count is not required, but then it depends on what level you are in and what kind of benefit you're getting.
But I
Okay.
feel to a certain extent, even if you're doing intermittent fasting, you do need to check what you're eating, especially if you are on
Yes.
a certain goal. Say, I am on a goal of
Yes.
muscle gain and strength gain, and I want to do powerlifting on intermittent fasting. I have to make sure that my macros are divided accordingly. If I
Yes. That
don't
is true.
calculate that, I cannot know how will I progress in my
That is true.
workout regime or stuff like that.
That is true. So I think that is very important. So I think at some point for the next level, I would say do not think. So there's a common saying that what is the difference between intermittent fasting and other diets? So the other diets you can eat when you want, but
Hmm.
not what you want.
Correct.
In intermittent fasting, you can eat what
You
you
can eat
want,
what you
but not
want.
when you want.
Correct.
Okay. So that is a very simple way of saying it, but that's
Yeah.
what it is. But it is not so simple. You have to be a little discerning. Okay.
Yes.
And so it is, I today, so if you ask me, what am I doing today? I started out as adding fats, and not counting my calories. And then I found I was not gaining for sure. Maybe I was
Hmm.
getting the benefits of the fasting during the fasting phase, but I was not really getting the fat loss I wanted. So today I have started cutting down the fats to the essential amounts. I'm keeping my proteins moderate, just
Hmm.
enough to sustain my muscle mass. And the
Correct.
carbs should be complex with a very low glycemic index,
Yeah.
which will sustain. So yes, I don't want an insulin spike that I'm hungry in the next 3 hours, but I don't want my last meal to be a roti or a rice, and in the middle of
Hmm.
the night I wake up hungry. Right? So
Correct.
that is a little fine tuning which you guys have to do. Okay, so I think
Hmm.
now we'll jump to Madhuri. What happens in the fasting phase? Because that is more interesting to me.
Correct.
All right,
Absolutely. Yes. 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 It is.
because the feeding phase is a little gray zone, but the fasting phase we know what happens, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
so let's get down to the fasting phase. So
Correct.
I think you can set the ball rolling. Mother, you're the
I think.
nutritionist. Come on.
So, I think fasting phase. Before we hit the fasting phase, I think I don't know if these guys know or the followers know how intermittent fasting is actually done. You do the 16/8 method, which is time
Yes,
restricted
yes, yes.
feeding. I also do the same, but yesterday I had you know that I was out
Traveling, yeah.
the whole day. Yes, so then I decided the day before that I will not be able to feed myself because coronavirus. I'll not be able to eat anything
Yes,
outside. I
yes,
just
yes,
can't
yes,
bring myself to eat something.
yes.
So I decided this that why not do a dry fast and check
Okay.
how it works
Yes.
with me. So what I did was, this is again how we fast, etc., and how did I, keep myself calm and during this entire experience. I remember I ate my last meal at 8 p.m. on 5th of June, 5th
Okay.
of August, 5th of August. I don't know why am I stuck in June. 5th of August. And I lasted the entire day just on a cup of coffee till 8 p.m. last night. The important thing
Excellent.
here is what I ate on 5th of August was an amalgamation of good protein, a little bit of carbohydrates and fats, which
Yes.
is what helped me during the 8 to 8 of not eating. But I
True.
had a lot of activity going on in there. Most people have this misconception that if you're fasting, the hours that you're fasting, they usually want to rest it out. Okay,
No.
so say you're eating the last meal at 10 p.m. at night, they want to rest. Like, okay, I will wake up at 8 a.m. anyway, so it's okay. I can just rest out the part of it. That is where NEAT comes in, right? Your
Yes. Yes.
NEAT
Yes.
comes
Yes.
in, where
Yes.
what you're expending on a regular basis. So let me tell you this: from 8 p.m. The other day to yesterday, I have taken a flight in the most weirdest of scenarios, which burned more calories of mine because my heart rate was up all the time with
Yes.
anxiety.
Yes. Yes.
But but this fasting actually helped me go through this entire process without any fear, and plus in a very more agile manner. I
Yes.
could think faster, I could
Yes.
react faster, I could keep myself awake and
Yes.
constantly in that go mode.
Focus. That's right. That's what.
Yes,
That's what.
yes,
You'll be very alert. You'll be very alert and
yes,
very kind of focused. And that is the thing
correct,
about this fasting period. So it is very important to stay active. So I think that is a classic example of how flexible this is, right?
correct. Yes,
So exactly.
it
So
just fit
for
into my
example,
lifestyle
you can
anyway.
adjust it. You can just adjust it.
Yes,
So there's nothing. There's no change. So for example, in my case today, my last meal. So I finished my surgery. I came home. I had my first meal at 1. Okay, so that was about 17 hours. So I'm trying to push it to 18 hours now because I found that 17
we
hours
look,
they say is when the autophagy and all these real
right. It
benefits kick in.
starts.
So,
Yes,
so
yes,
I'm trying to
yes.
go to 18 hours. So 18.6 is what I'm trying to do nowadays. So what has happened now is I had my first meal at 1. So I decided to have my second meal now before the live chat. That was about maybe 5-ish. So I will not eat now the third meal, which would have normally been 8 o'clock,
Correct.
because tomorrow I have got my clinic. So I will
Hmm.
come back. So I will wake up in the morning. That will be 16 hours from my 5 o'clock meal. So this is
Correct.
just trying to give us a rough calculation to our
Yes.
viewers here.
Viewers. Yeah. Yeah.
So now 5 o'clock I finished my last meal. So tomorrow at 9:30, so even if you say 5:30 pakdo, tomorrow 9:30 will be exactly 16 hours to my last meal. So I will have a light breakfast, more of eggs, and there'll be good fats, protein, and maybe complex carbs. I have a bhakri or something like that. And I
Hmm.
will do my OPD. So I will not
Correct.
work out in the morning. I will do my OPD. I'll
Correct.
finish my clinic, come on, have a light lunch, and do a kick-ass workout at 5 o'clock.
Absolutely.
So, and
This is the
then
best.
maybe yes, so I have a refeed meal at maybe by 7:38, and then I go back to 8 to
Right.
8 to 12.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
one
Right.
has to be flexible. So look at both. Look at not only the benefits of but I would say if you want to really be very enthusiastic about it, the way I do it is I do not look at the feed times. I
Right.
focus on the fasting times. That is the
Correct.
key
Yes.
time of
Yes.
this
Yes.
whole thing. The game is
Yes.
in the fasting.
Absolutely.
So for me, if so I don't care. Like today, for example, it doesn't add up to 24 hours. Because my last meal yesterday was 8 to this was
Yeah.
17 and I've eaten by 5.
Yeah.
So it's like 22 hours.
Yeah.
बाकी 2 घंटा किधर गया? ऐसा नहीं होता है.
Exactly. Huh.
So
Huh.
that feeding time हो गया. Now you start calculating the fasting time. The
Yeah.
feeding time can be variable. Let's put it that way, right?
Yeah.
So that is about that. Now let's talk about the benefits. I think that is what will really
So I think the benefits of fasting, if you ask me, is
yes,
you feel very alert. That is, we have already spoken about. Even while you're
yes,
fasting, while you're doing it, I mean, today I feel much better that I fasted yesterday. I feel lighter. I feel more alert. But the other things are how your body reacts to this. Your
yes. That's
physiology, how it
important.
reacts to it. your hormones, how it reacts to it. I think that is one benefit that I loved about this, that when you work out while you're fasted, right, your HGH is extremely high.
Very high.
You are at your best as a woman also, I'm saying, because we have those hormones that are very lesser than a man would have. But as a woman, when I go fasted and do my workout, I know the difference between a fed state and a fasted state. And definitely it has worked for me in terms of energy, in terms of lifting heavier weights. Maybe in the first few weeks when I started off intermittent fasting, I was not used to it. That time the strength was a little dropped, but I think it has gotten better over the period of time. And
Yes.
when I talk about HGH goes really high, human growth hormone. That's what I'm talking about. And this is a hormone which is there inside our body. I'm not taking, I'm not talking about taking things in your body
Yes.
first.
Yes.
I'm talking about what is already there and how that works with your diet. And this is something that you can tweak in a very nice way if you're doing intermittent fasting for a longer period of time, especially. So if you're doing the 10-hour fast, etc., I don't think
No.
these things work.
No. No. No.
It's
No.
just something that you're mentally telling yourself that, okay, I'm doing a 10-hour fast. That's it. If you're doing a 16-hour or more fast, that is where your HGH
Yeah.
goes up. Your, cellular repair also begins. Whatever old degenerated cells are there in your body, these starts repairing themselves automatically when you're in a fast.
That's right. That's
So
right.
these are the things that are physiologically changing in your body. And of course, autophagy, etc., comes much later when you're into 24-hour fasting, etc. So autophagy is basically when one cell starts eating the other cell for keeping you for sustenance, basically. And
That's
it's
right.
mostly fat storages. It's mostly your glycogen storage. You would like
Yeah,
to
so
add something to this?
yeah. So just to give a time frame to all this. So
Yeah.
so what happens is that you start. So like I said, it depends on your last meal, right? Because any insulin spike, however big it is, normally lasts for 6 to 8 hours.
Correct.
So
Absolutely.
even if you have your last meal by maybe 8 o'clock, so your insulin, you're technically not in a fasted state for the next 6 to 8 hours. Your body is still
Absolutely.
processing the food you ate, right?
Hmm.
So the benefits start at minimum 12 hours. So if you're planning a
I
fast,
think, just a second. I think the best way to describe it is when you do a blood sugar test in the morning and they
yeah,
tell you not to eat from the last night. This is
yeah,
what
12 hours.
absolutely tells you that this is
Yes,
12 hours.
yes,
You should
yes.
not be eating. The reason because you're starved at that point of time, or probably you're at the best stage where you can, you're not in an insulin spike anymore.
Yeah. So the idea is that you are so at 12 hours, what happens is at 12 hours, your liver glycogen is dropping to a critical level. So that is your
Absolutely.
body is kind of resorting to its stored carbs. Now we're not talking about fats as yet. We're talking about carbs. So
Yeah.
at 10 to
Yeah.
12 hours, your glycogen is dropping, and this will drop faster, like what you said, if you're active. So if you're sleeping for those 10 to 12 hours, you
Then there's
will
no point.
burn, yeah, you will burn a little bit of your basic BMR, but you will
Yeah. Yeah.
not burn as much. So you want to deplete
Yeah.
that liver glycogen. Then your body
Absolutely.
needs to go to the ketones, right? So at about
Correct.
13 to 15 hours, the ketones start going up. Talking about HGH again starts rising at 12 hours, but it reaches its peak. And see, what they've described in all these fasting physiologies is there are all switches. The
Right.
switch turns on and it remains on for the
Correct.
entire fasted period,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So it's
Correct.
not so, especially people who are into one meal a day, that is 24 hours fast, or 2 day fast, or 3 day fast. They've described up
Hmm.
to 5 day fasts
Hmm.
for getting the autophagy effect, which is damn difficult.
Yeah.
But that is done in various religions in our
Absolutely.
country. So the idea
Correct.
is that these kind of fasts, the HGH keeps going up to 1300%. It has been
Wow.
documented to go up to 1300% of the normal.
Okay.
And this
Okay.
HGH is, after we reach our growth, that is at 30, the HGH is negligible.
Correct.
So that is a massive spike. So that does two
Okay.
things. HGH, as we all know, even those who use HGH exogenously, HGH burns fat and HGH grows lean muscle. So that is the
And gives
function of,
recovery is good.
yes,
Gives you good
anti-aging,
recovery.
anti-aging.
Yeah.
So that
Anti-aging.
is so that is
Absolutely.
what it is, and that will give you the maximum benefit. So your workouts have a better impact on your body systems. That's so it's a good idea
So
to, yes,
something that you just said, I just want to ask you something in this. You just said that as we grow older, our HGH drops, etc. All these good things
yes,
that are there in the younger phase of this thing, it just
yes,
drops.
Yes.
you being on that other side, a little bit on that
Yes.
other side.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm 27. I really cannot
Yes.
speak for you. But at
Yes.
that age, do you really recommend IF for some, this is for my knowledge also. Is
Yes.
it better? Because I had read it somewhere that it is better actually with people who are aging to do fasting because
Yes.
it works wonders
That's
for
right.
them.
That's right. That's right. So that's my latest topic of interest nowadays. What you asked me just now.
Okay.
Okay. So it has been shown that in any species of animals, what is the best way to delay aging?
Hmm.
The best way to delay aging in any species on this planet, especially primates, is to restrict their energy intake.
Okay.
Bottom
Yeah.
line.
Okay. Yeah. I think
Okay.
it's also
And
to do with inflammation in your body.
it's all
It's
about
also yeah.
inflammation. It's all
It's
about
all yes
inflammation. It's
yes.
all about
It's all about
oxidation. It's
inflammation.
all about that.
Correct.
So if
Correct.
your
Correct.
energy intake is less, and the studies they've done, okay, so let's talk about studies. Who are the people who live the longest on this planet? Question.
Dinosaurs.
So the answer is number one, Japanese. Japanese live the
Yeah.
longest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Amongst the Japanese, there is a separate island called Okinawa, or a district called
Okay.
Okinawa, which
Okay.
has the oldest people. So within Japan,
Okay.
Okinawa, so there is a
Yeah. There is
Okinawan,
120-year-old
yeah,
lady
yeah.
or
So there's
something. They
a,
broke the record.
so Madhuri, there's a Okinawan diet. They have
Okay.
found out what do the Okinawans eat,
Eat.
which makes them live so long and disease free. I'm not talking about long,
Ha.
disease
Ha.
free.
Ha. Ha.
No
Properly.
heart
Yeah.
disease, no nothing, no Alzheimer's, nothing. They're sharp
Hmm.
till they
Hmm.
die.
Hmm.
Their diet was found to be based on sweet potato,
Hmm.
beans, and legumes. That's it.
They are just eating protein
Okay.
and good carbs.
Bus. Okay.
Yeah.
Minimum
Yeah.
animal protein. Less than 1%
Yeah.
of the diet was animal protein. So
Right.
no minimum fish,
No
minimum this, minimum
inflammation.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
they and their principle of the Okinawan diet, there's a fancy word to it, I don't remember that, is
Okay.
their principle is you get up from the table when you're 80% full. Now, how do you measure that? I don't know. But
Hmm.
that is the one which works. You're constantly with every meal. So they're not fasting. There's no
Right.
intermittent fasting.
Right.
They are
They're just
in a
eating that much.
energy, it's called energy deprivation. So that is
Okay.
your answer to your question. And this
Okay.
they did it in rats, they did it in other animals, they're studying it in chimpanzees now. So if you
Okay.
deprive the animal of calories slowly, so in rats or mice, if you deprive the animal of 10% of its calories and give all the nutrients, don't deprive the nutrients, the
Right.
lifespan goes up by 10%. You deprive 20% of the calories, it goes by 20%, 30%, up to 50%.
Okay.
Beyond that, you start compromising on the nutrients. So
Okay.
then they will still live longer at 60% deprivation. The body is a fantastic structure. You will just
Yeah.
live longer. Because
Yeah.
the body literally conserves and it repairs
Yeah.
itself. It delves inside to find its nutrients. It starts repairing itself. It takes care of
Absolutely.
all the
Cellular repair.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what happens. So that is so for elderly persons, and if you see, I don't know whether you've noticed it around you. If you see, you will hardly find an elderly person who is binging. Technically,
Yes. They can't. Hmm.
they can't. The appetite
They
drops. So it
can't.
is it is a basic human physiological thing. But people should, if
Hmm.
they take it to the next level, that
Hmm.
okay, I want to kind of live longer. So for me, and and the interesting point is, Madhuri, there's a concept which these guys talk about is called squaring the curve. What is squaring the curve? So if you take your life,
Yeah.
this is your years of age, and that is your health.
Huh.
So you go like this,
Yeah.
and then the curve starts dipping.
It goes down. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it goes down to the slope. So when
Correct.
you starve, it becomes you square the curve. So you're
Straight
healthy, and
and
then
down.
fat karke, so till you drop
Okay.
dead.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's called squaring the curve. And the only way to
Right.
square the curve is that you deprive calories, energy deprivation, not
Right.
fat, no nothing, energy deprivation. All right. So that has to increase with age. That's number one.
Hmm.
And the
Hmm.
benefits are next level. So
Hmm.
I spoke about glycogen, I spoke
I
about
think
ketones.
we will just talk about our energy levels in the next live. This is
Ah,
6:55. This will just shut off without saving. I'll just see the questions really quick and
yes, yes, yes.
return
Let's do
back
that.
to the live.
Yes.
Apparently, someone's asked a question saying, "Is intermittent fasting can be used as a daily routine?" Okay, hang on to that question. We will take up the question in the next 2 minutes. Let me just restart the live again and get you
Yes,
back.
let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay? Yeah.